To the webinar. I am Mary Catherine Johnson, and I am ready to show you pretty much everything I know, almost everything I know about Periscope. So first off, to start the conversation, hello. It is a conversation. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me where you're from, what your specialty is. Give me a little bit of info on who you are, and obviously I need to make sure you can hear me. So first off, I need to tell you that see, this is what's going to happen. I have to, there we go. Now I'm not hearing myself. Whew. That is freaky. I got to tell you right now, it's freaky. Okay, so tell me about who you are. Tell me where you are in the country, and obviously if you can hear me. So I was able to hear myself there a second ago. Thank goodness I switched it off, because it's like an infinite loop. You just keep going around and around trying to listen to yourself and talk at the same time. So these webinars are a tricky little beast. So welcome. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I am going to give you my best stuff in Periscope, show you exactly, I'm going to take you into my phone and show you exactly how to use it. Excuse me. So, but in the meantime, let's say hello to each other. Let's see if I can. No, I can't do anything here. All right, so let's see if anybody is saying anything. And then I am just going to start this puppy going. Here we go again. I refreshed, so now I was able to hear myself. Don't want to do that. Okay, so let's start this training. And please let me know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, post it in the chat box on the actual page, the webinar page. So if you're watching me on Google Hangouts, then you have to go to the actual page that we're actually having this webinar. So I am going to share my screen with you, and we're going to get this show on the road. So I'll be right back. Okay, there we are. Okay, how to use Periscope for beauty pros. This is really what this is all about, right? All right, a step-by-step tutorial on how to use Periscope to grow your beauty biz. All right, and I'll tell you why I'm talking about this and who I am to be talking about this. So, all right, first off, you are in the right place if you've heard about Periscope and said, hey, that looks cool. How do I do it? Or you've downloaded the app on your phone and you were a little annoyed by the notifications and trying to figure out how it all worked. So you really don't know how to use it. Or you have Periscope and you've watched a few scopes and now you're ready to start your own show, okay? Because that's what this is. Or maybe you're in the right place if you just love social media and want to learn how to use it to grow your business. Because social media isn't just about being social with friends and family. It really is about being social. If you have a business, it's about being social with your audience, with your potential customers. So if that's you, you're in the right place. Yay! All right, so who am I? Who am I? Yeah, I ask myself that all the time. And maybe my kids do too. All right, so I am the creator of Beauty Tech Tools. And this is a site, a blog, tutorials, and soon to be a membership site for technology training for beauty professionals. But how I started this whole gig, I was a mentor and a coach for parents specifically, because I am one of those, and parents who were building a business. And I have a website and a blog and online articles and courses and a couple of podcasts reaching over 50,000 people a month. So that's where I started this whole gig. But really overall, I'm a tech junkie and I love learning everything new, the latest and greatest. But really who I am at the core is a clumsy mom who fell when I was 8 months pregnant with my second son, and I broke both my legs. So you think I'm lying, don't you? I'm not. I'll tell you about it more in a minute. So here is what you're going to learn if you hang around. Okay? If you hang around, here is what you're going to learn. And remember, put some comments in the box. I hope you can comment, because I'd love to know who you are and where you're from. All right? If you can't, I'm really sorry, because I really, I hope we can chat. Okay, so what is Periscope and how it's tied to Twitter? Yes, it's very much tied to Twitter. Why you should be using it as part of your social media platform, and how to use it to really connect with the people who need what you have to offer. Really, what you need to do is be able to scope on a regular basis to grow your audience and have really raving fans of your show. Okay, what does that mean? I'll show you in a minute. I'll give you an example. All right, so that's what you're going to learn. Okay, this is, before we get to the exact training, I need to tell you who I am and why I'm talking about this and who I am to talk about it. This is the twisty path that I took to training beauty pros on how to use technology. Yes, that's me. Yes, it is. And yes, there are my two sons. And on my legs, one pink cast and one blue cast, because I had broken both my legs. When I was 8 months pregnant, I had to deliver with casts on both legs. Yeah, it was not pleasant. No, it was not. So I don't know what to say, except it wasn't pleasant. How it happened is a very long story. But I will tell you that I was clumsy. I fell out my neighbor's front door and landed, when I finally finished rolling down her steps, I landed with 2 broken legs. That basically taught me, that situation taught me that if I can get through this with my sense of humor intact, I can do anything, absolutely anything, right? Anything. I can do anything if I can survive that with my sense of humor intact. So I did something. I actually started a business. But before, look at that. Yes, those are the 2 sons that I was holding with my casts, now grown up. Aren't they just handsome little buggers? Oh my goodness. Yes, the one in the pink tie is Evan and the one in the blue tie is Riley, and they are my joy. They are my joy. They are my worries, right? You know what I'm talking about. Those are my babies. Can't believe it. Evan is a senior in high school and Riley is a freshman. And the younger one is the one that I'm not going to talk about that, right? Okay. So what happened after I broke my legs? I started a business. The first business I started was Mommy Loves. And that business really got me started on this whole tech journey, this journey to really knowing how to use technology to grow your business, because Mommy Loves is a novelty maternity company. So I created maternity shirts, designs on maternity shirts. You can still find them. It is still active, mommyloves.com. So you can go check it out. And I created the website myself. This was back in 2003. So that's 13 years ago. I created the website myself. And no, I don't know how to code HTML or Java or anything else. I had to learn all of that and figure out how to use templates and how to find a credit card processor and how do I get people to find me once I've got the website done. And then once I do that, that's all the stuff just to get people to find me, because this was the first novelty maternity company online. It was on the internet, the very first one online. So once I got people to the site, now I have to make the stinking shirts. So I made every single shirt one at a time. I shipped them. I printed receipts. I packaged every single one of them, drove it to the post office till I got wise enough to have the post office come to me, which was awesome, by the way. And I did everything. And I grew that business. By the second year I was in business, I was already making over $70,000 a year with Mommy Loves. Then, of course, 2008 recession hit and everything changed and the business turned upside down. And I mean, definitely upside down. I got in debt. I had to change that all around and using technology again, figure out how to automate things so that I didn't have to sit and make every single shirt and not make as much money as I was making before. So now I have someone else making my shirts for me. And that freed me up to do something else, which was write a book about the experience I had breaking both my legs. And that led me to my next business, which was help me self-publish, because I self-published that book and then started helping other people self-publish. But you know what? That was not for me. That business was not successful. I was not successful doing it for many different reasons. If you're interested, you can ask me about it later. But that was the second business I created. And I pretty much within a year shut that business down and started my third business, which is Parent Entrepreneur Headquarters. And that's where I have 2 podcasts. You can see those right here, Parent Entrepreneur Power and Power Rush, Parents Power Rush. Okay, those are my 2 podcasts specifically related to Parent Entrepreneur HQ. And you can find me there as well. But all the way through this, I have been using technology and learning it and growing and figuring things out as I go. And that has led me basically to consulting with parents in business. And through that consulting, I realized that I was learning quite a lot about Brazilians. And I didn't even know what Brazilians were. Sorry, ladies, I just really didn't. The majority of my one-on-one consulting clients were beauty professionals. So I was learning a lot about the beauty business. I learned quite a bit about hair removal techniques, yes, that I didn't need. I didn't even know hair needed to be removed in these particular areas. But every single one of my clients was asking me for more training on technology in regards to their beauty business. And I provided the answers. And that's how Beauty Tech Tools came to be. And you are here to hopefully see how Beauty Tech Tools can help you build your beauty business. All right. So you can go to beautytechtools.com and you can see exactly what I'm talking about if you haven't already. So the first technology I started growing and learning, helping people learn about was Periscope. And it's basically how does your own TV show help you build your business and increase your bookings. And if you look at 2 of my clients, Shannon, the sugar mama, O'Brien of iSugar University, my sweet peep, she is my sugar mama. Yes, she's the one that keeps me smooth and happy. She's jumped in and she's doing Periscopes. And Stephanie Lanes, another of my clients, you know her probably as well, stephanielanes.com. And she's grown her account since I started her on Periscope to 685 followers and over 112,000 hearts so far. And we'll get into what exactly hearts are and how you get them. And then I just started Beauty Tech Tools Periscope in January. And I have 44 followers without even doing a single scope. Not at all. I have not even done 1 scope yet. But when I'm done with this, I will. So, all right, the training's coming up. Thank you for hanging on. Just bear with me 1 more minute. I need to do a little bit of prep beforehand. So the first thing you need to know, anytime you're in any social media, you are directing your comments, your posts, everything toward your potential customer. So who is that? Is your potential customer, the consumer, the person who actually receives your facials, your haircuts or hair designs, your nail manicures and pedicures? Is it the consumer, or are you training other people in your profession? So like for Shannon, her customer is the sugar professional or the licensed esthetician who wants to become a sugar professional. So that is her customer when she's talking about iSugar University. And Stephanie, same thing. That is a licensed esthetician who really wants to wax and increase their waxing skills. That is her customer. You in Beauty Tech Tools are my customer as long as you are a professional beauty consultant. You are my customer. And if your customer is a consumer or another professional, you are still a beauty pro to me. So you need to understand who your potential customer is and speak professionally, but in your own personality to that person, and give more value than you can ever charge for. Please understand. I know your industry is not used to giving value and abundance. They're not used to giving things away for free, unless it's your services. And please don't do that very much at all. Unless you absolutely have to, don't do it. Don't give your services away for free. Don't discount yourself to the consumer in terms of your hands-on experience and service. I'm talking about advice. I'm talking about tools and tips. So if you are a hairstylist, you can do a scope on how to do a great blow dry, okay? Or an updo. You show someone on Periscope how you do an updo or how you do a blow dry to coarse hair or curly hair. How would you do that? People who have that kind of hair are constantly having difficulties, right? Getting their hair to not frizz. So show them how to do it. They might know when they're sitting in your chair, but they don't know how to replicate that. They don't know how to do that themselves. That's what I'm talking about for giving value. Give them tips, give them meaningful things that they can use, and they will absolutely love you for it. They will. Show them your expertise, show them your kindness, show them your support. Same with skincare. I know there are certain ways that I'm probably not doing right to put lotion on my face or to put my base makeup on my face so that I don't increase my wrinkles, right? Do a scope showing people how to do that, showing them the direction of their fingertips, showing them how much of the product to put on their fingers and how to put it on their skin. These are tools and tips that you know every day, you use every day, but your customers don't. So is everybody clear on what I'm talking about? Can you, and I wish I could see any comments. I'm so sorry that I cannot see comments. I'm really getting bummed on that. I wish I could see them. I hope everyone's hearing me and can see the comments themselves, but I can't see the comments and I can't make a comment. So it's driving me a little bit batty, to be honest with you. I'm starting to get a little angry about that. All right. No matter how many times I click, it's not letting me do it. So I hope you can. All right, so let's get this show on the road here. Let's start the training, all right? And get ready to start your account. If you don't already have a Periscope account, please open up your phone. And if you're watching me on your phone, if you do that, you're gonna lose me, okay? So if you're on your phone, don't leave, okay? Don't go open Periscope. You will, if you're watching this and you've signed up for the webinar, you will get a replay. So you can then get your phone out and actually follow along. All right, but the rest of you, if you're watching this on a desktop or an iPad or any other kind of tablet or desktop, then get your phone right now and open up Periscope and follow along, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do is, all right, here is what you're gonna get when we're done. So these are the details, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go over each one of those. Right now, get your phone out, okay? And first, I need to let you see me. Hello, because I have to get that training out because I had to do this ahead of time. I totally went into my phone and did the whole training in my phone. So I'm gonna have to go off of live right now. I'll still be here and probably talk and make a comment if I need to, but I'll have to go off of live and I'll have to show you the actual training, okay? So I'm gonna turn up my volume and here we go, all right? Let's see if I can start this puppy. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Good morning, beauties. Hello there, Mary Catherine Johnson. Ready for this? Let's do this Periscope. so what you're seeing right now is my phone, the home screen of my phone. You can see I've got an iPhone, um, 5, I believe, or 5S. Time for an upgrade. Yes, I know. All right, so let's just go over here and go to our beautiful little Periscope. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out of the account that I'm in right now, so bear with me. So I just hit log out. All right, and now I'm going to take you through log in with Twitter. Okay, now as you can see, I have 3 different Twitter accounts. So that's where we're starting. You start with Twitter. Twitter owns Periscope, and whatever your Twitter name is, that's going to transfer over to your Periscope. So I have 3 different Twitter accounts. I already have a Periscope on Parent ePower. I already have a Periscope on Beauty Tech Tools. And please, that's where you can follow me on Periscope is Beauty Tech Tools. After this webinar, I'm going to start doing more trainings through Periscope. So you might want to follow me there. But I don't have a Periscope on my third account, Say, Bump, and Tweet. Now, the first thing I need to talk to you about is your name is everything. It represents your business. So you ask, Mary, why do you have 3 different Twitter accounts? Well, I have 3 different accounts that relate to 3 different audiences or businesses. Beauty Tech Tools, you obviously know what that's about. Parent ePower, that's what I talked about it earlier, my parenting and business group. So I'm helping parents become entrepreneurs and all the things that go along with that. And now what is Say Bump and Tweet? No, it's not Say Bump and Grind. I'm an old lady here. I'm not a 20 something non-married. So it's Say Bump and Tweet. And that particular account relates to my author platform. So I wrote a book, like I told you, Say Bump and Take a Left. So this was actually the first Twitter account I created, Say Bump and Tweet. So let's start a Periscope on that one. So I just hit Say Bump and Tweet, and now it's going to go, okay, who do you want to be? Well, I have Mary Catherine Johnson, but I want Say Bump and Tweet. That's the one. So I'm going to hit Create Account. All right. Now let's follow the on-screen comments here. There are a few people we would like to start you off with. Okay. Obviously, Periscope is one of them. So I'm just going to say, all right, there's nobody else they're recommending. So I'm going to hit up in the little right-hand corner, done. All right. Now, it's going to first tell me that Periscope is a live app. So basically, it's live streaming video. So what they want to do is notify you whenever someone you follow starts a scope and goes live. Well, I'm the type of gal that I would rather watch those on demand. Okay, I'm an on demand kind of gal. I don't want to be bothered every time someone goes live. I would love to, some of my favorite people, but you know what? I would never get any work done because I would constantly be watching other people's scopes. So I am not going to enable notifications on my phone whenever someone that I follow starts a scope. So I'm just going to hit the little X in the corner. Okay, it drops me in the map. As you can see on the bottom, that row, you can see what those icons mean. Let's go over what those icons mean. Okay, let's see here. We've got, as you can see, they keep refreshing themselves because I'm on the world. But let's start over here on the little TV screen, if you will. So it says on the top, no one you are following is live. Okay, so I can view global list, and that'll just take me back to that little earth. So there's 2 recent from 2 people that I follow, actually, that are featured. So featured, let's not talk about that. You can actually create ads, or if you're a big name, then they'll feature you. Periscope will feature you. But right now, since I'm not really following anyone, it just shows me who's featured. All right, so now I'm going to go back to Little World. And as you can see, this is the map, and it tells me how many scopes are in what part of the world. So there, it just refreshed. A whole bunch of people in my area are scoping, okay? Because I'm in Northern California on the West Coast. So I can just scroll this around, and there's a bunch of people in Africa, and look at them all in Europe. 390 people. Let's see if I can get closer here. Look at all these people in France and Germany and Italy and Spain, and oh my goodness, and there's United Kingdom, Nobody in Ireland is scoping right now. Come on, guys, where are you? Yeah, so here is the map. Okay, let's see. There's even some people down in Sicily and up in the other islands of Italy. Wow. Who's this up here? Oh, Beyonce? What? Okay, Beyonce's there. Or someone calling themselves Beyonce. So you can just tap this. Let's just show you. You tap it, it's loading. I don't know what's going to be there, so I'm going to hope everything's okay. All right, so it's showing me.
Right, gas.
I don't have the volume up, so this clearly is not Beyonce. They're just trying to tell me they are. So I'm going to hit this little X in the corner. Okay, so I don't want to watch them. All right, so now I'm going to skip this middle one, that little square with the little circle in it. And I'm going to go over to the people. Okay, looks like we're out of suggestions. Please check back later. All right, well, I'm going to go and tap that little person. All right, so here's me. I'm following one person, which is Periscope, and I have no followers. I haven't blocked anyone, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I'm going to click on settings, and I'm going to get here again, notifications. I don't want notifications when someone follows me. However, under the other, I am going to auto save my broadcasts. Okay, because that will, whenever I have a broadcast, basically that Periscope, that scope that I just did, I will do here in a minute. But whenever I do a scope, it is available for my followers or the world to see for 24 hours only, and then it goes away. It just gets deleted. It's gone. So you have 24 hours to view them. So that's why I don't need notifications. I come on here maybe once a day, check out who's doing what they're talking about, see if I'm interested, and then I watch their scope. Otherwise, if they're on when I happen to check, awesome. And I can view it live, which of course I love to do. But I'm going to auto save them to my phone so that if I want to use them later, this is another video that you can add to your marketing plan, and you can put it up on, if you did some great value and gave some great value to your followers, you can put it up on YouTube and point your followers there and say, hey, here's a scope I did, or you can put it on your website. So yes, I want to auto save those broadcasts. All right, so I'm going to hit the little arrow up in the corner. I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to check following. Okay, so I'm only following Periscope as it says. Now I can also do the little search. There it is. People. Okay, so let's search for some people that I know. On Twitter, remember. Okay, actually, I think she goes by High Sugar University. There she is. So I'm going to hit the little in the corner, the little person with the plus sign. There we go. Okay, so that's how you find people. All right. Go back to my little person here. So see, it shows that I have following 2 people and share Periscope, terms of service. Check all these things out, obviously. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the little arrow. Okay, that's where it dumped me before. And now I'm going to go to this third icon, the little box again. Aha, there we go. Now, when we start a scope, here's my computer screen. All right, you'll see, you've already seen some of this. So let's just turn it out so you see my yard. Okay, so you have something pretty to look at. That's one of the things you want to think about. Your background. When you first start a scope, it's going to start your back camera, and you'll see whatever's behind the camera, behind the phone. So that's where it's going to start. So that's what you want to put it on and get something interesting if you can. Now I'm going to tap the screen right where it says, what are you seeing? Well, I'm not going to type that I'm seeing my backyard. I'm going to type some kind of a title that's going to be the focus and the purpose for my scope. So what am I going to talk about? I'm just going to say, how do you start your, and I'm going to use a hashtag, scope, and make Now, let me talk about a title real quick. Almost always, I'm going to start my scope with a question. I want people to be engaged. I want people to think about what I'm going to talk about. One of my most popular scopes, and I can show you here when I'm done with this, I did recently. I had 500 and something people on it live, and it was basically me talking about being a morning person and how I became a morning person because of tax season. Okay, that just is, and I could go into the story about it later, but you know, that people were intrigued by that title. I basically said, thank you, tax season. You made me a morning person. And people came on and said, why? How did you become a morning person? What do you mean by morning person? What time do you get up? And they started engaging. So you want to do something that's going to intrigue people. Okay? So I'm going to start this one. How do you start your scope and make it interesting? Okay? All right, now let me talk about these little buttons on the bottom. You see this one that's kind of pulsating let me click it for you and you'll see. It's precise location sharing. Now, if you want everyone in the world to know where you are, and if you talk about being at home, and then that means they'll know where you live, then go ahead and keep that on. Well, I'd rather not, so I'm going to turn it off. The next one is the little lock. So it's basically saying I'm only going to be able to have, oh, and I have a follower of who knows who that is. So it's going to say it's only a private broadcast. And that means this broadcast will only be shared with these people, whoever I check. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. The next one is only users who follow you can chat. So only users who follow me can actually make comments. Okay, now that might be good for you if you are going to be talking about sensitive topics, and we'll talk about blocking people in a minute. And I have a feeling our little friend there who just started following me, I might need to block him or her, whoever it is. But so I'm going to turn this off, okay, and just say everybody can chat. But you'll have to use that at your discretion depending on what kind of topic you're talking about. If you put Brazilians in the, let's talk Brazilians in the title, I think you're going to get lots of people there that you probably don't want to be there, and you'll probably have to be blocking them. So be aware of how this works. This is going out to the world, and you have to think about what you say that relates directly to your audience and gets them involved in what you're talking about. Okay. And then this last little one is, oh, it's asking me, where do I want to post this? Which Twitter account? And I'm going to put on my Say Bump and Tweet Twitter account. So it's Twitter post on. So now when I start this broadcast, it's going to automatically send a message to my Twitter account saying, Say Bump and Tweet is scoping live now. Check it out. And it'll give a link, and people from Twitter can actually come onto onto Periscope and engage with me on this scope. Okay, so now it says broadcast now, start broadcast. Okay, all I got to do is hit that button and it'll start my broadcast. You ready? Let's do it. As you can see, you are live. You are now live. Swipe down to stop. Let's check it. Swipe down to stop and double tap to flip the camera. Okay, those two things. Now I'm going to double tap this puppy and let you see me. Hi, there I am. So this is it. This is my scope. Now you can see down in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see there are no people here yet. And that makes sense because nobody knows I'm here. I don't have any followers, unless some people see it on Twitter and come on over. So we're just going to have to see if anybody shows up. And if they do, then they'll engage. But this is basically all you do. I just flip the camera to talk, and so people can see me. And I'm looking at my camera, where the camera is on my phone. Oh, look, there's someone who joined. Hello, the Viking 2000. Welcome to the scope. I am actually doing a test and a training scope for a training that I'm doing later, a webinar. So welcome to the conversation. Who are you and where are you from? Please share, I'd love it. So you'll hear me, the Viking, you'll hear me explain Periscope because I'm actually doing a training on Periscope. So if you want to make a comment, tell me where in the world you're from, why you decided to join this scope and what made it interesting to you. I'd love to engage and chat if you have a few minutes. Here I am. Oh, and by the way, my name is Mary Catherine Johnson. And my company is Beauty Tech Tools. And I'm actually showing my audience in a training how to use Periscope and exactly the step by step instructions on how to use it to grow their beauty business. So, all right. So, Mr. The Viking looks like he left or she left. Not interested. Oh, now they're back. So that's kind of how it goes. You see in the bottom right hand corner of the little person sign, it'll tell you how many people are on your scope, how many people are actually in here. And you saw the little notification that said who joined the scope. That's how this works. So as they join, if they actually engage, you'll see a little comment sign. And that little comment sign will scroll up the screen. Okay? So now, since we're not getting any engagement here, let's go ahead and shut this one down and start another one on maybe one of my other accounts. Okay, see if we can get anyone engaged. So I'm going to swipe down. There we go. As you can see, it says stop broadcast. The other little camera is going to change it to the back camera again. And I'm going to say goodbye. Now, let me tell you before I leave, a couple of things as you saw what I did to Mr. the Viking. I introduced myself and said who I was and welcome. This is, you're welcoming them to your scope. So you want to specifically talk like I'm talking and engage with people and tell them about yourself. Okay, so I'm going to hit stop broadcast. There we go. So now it's going to show the details. As you can see on the little check mark, save to camera. Okay, and it says, how do you start your scope? And
what's up, Periscope?
0% retention, obviously.
You guys are all well. Good to see you. Thanks for the hearty hearts. What's up, Nathan? Good to see you, Max. What's up, Alabama? Hey, everybody. What's up, Austin? Yo. What's up, Michael?
So there we go. Actually, there were 5 live.
Can we ask a question? You sure can. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for 24/7, 365.
Whoa, what's going on? That's it. Now, I want to stay right here because you want to see there's a little icon that says Glad that's over. It says delete the repeat. So there are repeat viewers. Because this is available for 24 hours, anybody can view it for 24 hours. So it will tell you, these are the statistics. If you go back to Periscope and you look at your previous scopes that you did, it will tell you how many people were live, how many hearts you got, and we'll talk about hearts in a minute, and how many people were repeat viewers. So I'm just going to delete this because it really wasn't anything that we needed to worry about. It wasn't anything important, and I really don't need for people to repeat view it. So I'm going to hit delete. Are you sure you want to delete the replay? Yes, I want to delete the replay. So no one will be able to replay this scope. All right, so now I'm going to hit the little X in the corner. All right, so now, ta-da, it brings up all the people that I follow on Twitter on my Say Bump and Tweet account. So these are all people I follow on Twitter. So I can go through and choose which people I want to follow on Periscope. And it tells me how many followers they have, a little bit about their account, all these things. So I can just go through and automatically I will have following for all these people. Okay, but right now I'm going to get out of here and try and show you a little bit about hearts. So I'm going to come down here and log out. I'm going to log back in with Twitter. And let's go to my Parent ePower account. Let's see if anybody's around there. Periscope's live, I know. Don't keep telling me because I don't want notifications. Okay, so no one that I'm following is live right now. But let's see if I can find someone. Oh, see, there's myself. Okay, so now is it going to let me view? Look, there's no little play button in the middle there, is there? So I can't view it. See? I can't view this one because I removed it. So let's see if there's anybody here. Aha, this is my previous one. I was testing to see whether or not I could do this before I got to this training. I was testing ScreenFlow, which is the program that I'm using to record this. Okay, so I'm going to hit the little button, the little play button, and here you come. Ta-da! And so if I like this, I'm going to tap the screen and look at this. That's me making those little hearts coming up. Okay, all you have to do is tap the screen over in the right-hand corner. Tap the screen anywhere on the screen, and you can see Jester Jules just joined. So I'm going to tap, tap, tap. Oh, I just did that. Tap, 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 and that gives me little hearts. So as you go, people will tell you whether they like what you're talking about or not by tapping the screen and giving you little hearts. So you'll see a little different colored hearts coming up. Okay, that's what the hearts are about. And then as people comment, it'll come up the screen. You'll see it come up the screen. Same thing where Mr. Just Jules joined. Okay, so I'm going to X out of that. And here's Gary Vaynerchuk. I guarantee you this guy has, well, he's going to have some foul language, just in case you can hear this. I hope you can't hear this because he has some foul language, this man. So as you can see, there's 781 replay viewers, 1,841 hearts. And these are all the people. And you can see which ones gave hearts. 1 heart, 2 heart, okay? 215 hearts from Sonic Chill. All right, those were the replay viewers. Now here are the live viewers. He had 2,411 live viewers, and that gave him 35,324 hearts. All right, 82 hearts, 1,400 hearts. Okay, it shows you the accounts, and your account will have a color, and each of the people will have a different color, and that's how you can tell what their hearts will be. That's how you can tell who's giving you a heart, is because their account has that color and their hearts are the same color. And no, I don't know how you can get specific colored hearts. So that's something I don't know. All right. So I want to show you comments as they come up. So because this guy, I'm sure, has some comments. Oh, Mr. Meanie Face. Okay, there's all the people joining. Woo! Look at them go. And here come the hearts. Okay. Look at all the different colors. There's their comments. All right. Up, up, up they go, and covers his face and all of that. Okay, look at them all. That's how this works when you have this guy's got a huge audience. I don't know if you know who Gary Vaynerchuk is. He's big time Mr. Marketer, multimillionaire guy. All right, so now I'm gonna hit the little X so we don't continue watching his scope. Okay, that's what you want. You want people to say hello. You want people to engage. You want people to talk about what it is you are talking about. And the way you do that is to engage them, to give them value. You don't just get on scope and say, hey, look at me. I'm beautiful. I know how to do things. Yes, it's my TV show. And yes, it is about me to a certain extent because I'm giving the value. But it's about the audience. It's about who I want to talk to and the value I want to give them. That's what Gary does. He gives tons of value. He teaches people, shares his inside information about his business and what he does in his business and how he's made it to the point that he is. And lots of people follow him because he does that. That's what Periscope is about. It is your TV show, but it's your TV show to train and teach and give and be authentic to who you are. Okay, Yahoo. There we go. Ta-da! That is how you use Periscope. Yeah, I'm so bummed that I can't get your comments. I'm just so bummed. So anyway, let's go and get back to the slides, get back to the actual meat of what we're talking about. Okay. These are all, if you've stuck around to the end, then you will get all of these slides if you have opted in and you have decided to sign up for this webinar. So don't worry, I'll give you all of this just in case I went quick. So I'm not sure why you showed up today. Maybe it was because you're excited to host your own TV show and let your personality shine. It may be because you haven't tried using Periscope yet and you're looking for a proven roadmap, and I just gave that to you. It may be because you just can't seem to figure out how social media accounts can grow your business, and that we can definitely talk about. Or you might just be looking for a couple of tweaks to your already successful social media marketing plan. I don't know. I don't know why you showed up to me. Maybe it's one of those things. But I hope you really get this one thing. I have really found the secrets of using technology to grow your business. I've been really going on this journey And it has changed my life. This journey to discovering technology and trying to put it into practice. And it is something you can do. You can absolutely do this. You can, in a very short period of time, use technology to change your life. You can, I guarantee you can. Oh, there we go. So here's the obvious question. How do you apply this technology in your business right now? Okay, so you have a choice. You can do it the old-fashioned way. You can do it the slow way, using trial and error, using some of what I've taught you today, figuring it out as you go along, which is what I have done. Believe me, that is exactly what I have done. Or you can do it quickly by using a full step-by-step process that I am creating. And what do I mean by I'm creating it? Well, Beauty Tech Tools. I'm creating it through Beauty Tech Tools. And basically, I need your help to do it. I'm not asking you for money. I'm not asking you to give me any money or buy anything. I'm asking you to help me build the Beauty Tech Tools membership and the trainings. So I have to ask you, if this training helped you and you'd like more on these topics like Facebook business pages or group, the difference between business pages and groups, or Instagram, how to use Instagram, how to use Twitter, how to use Pinterest, how to use Snapchat. I'm telling you right now, I love Snapchat. I'm having a blast. How do you build a website? How do you beautify your website? How do you make it beautiful? How do you get people to visit your website once you've got it and get them to book an appointment? I mean, all those things. If you need anything like that, if you need those kinds of trainings, then join the membership wait list. It is not something that I'm asking you to buy into. This is a waiting list for the membership. And what you will do is help determine which trainings I do next. That's exactly what this is about. Not only will you help me determine which trainings to do next, because you're the ones that I will be communicating with first, but you will also have an opportunity when the trainings are available to be the first to access them at the absolute lowest price. And so you can get on this list and get the first chance to have access to the exact trainings that you need to build your beauty business using technology. If you want to help me create it, I would love for you to do so, because it will make a huge difference in your business. Just ask some of the people that I've helped so far, like Shannon of iSugar University, like Stephanie Lanes of stephanielanes.com. Ask those people and they'll tell you what I've helped them develop in their practices. But I'm developing this membership for you so that you can take this technology and use it in your practice. And the way you can do that, as you can see that just popped up on your screen, you can sign up now or hit that yellow button that says sign up now, or you can directly text BTT member to 44222. So see how this all works. You can use your phone, you can use your computer, you can use your desktop, you can use your iPad or any other tablet and engage with people. So if you're interested in helping me build this and being the first to have access to any of the trainings that I put together at no obligation to buy anything, that's not what we're talking about, but to build this practice and tell me what it is you want to learn about, join the list. I would so much appreciate it. It's free to join, and all you have to do is text BTT member to 44222 or hit that sign up now button, either one. And beyond that, what I've also have is, because you have stuck around, I have all of the notes that I took here. Hopefully you didn't have to take notes. All of the notes that I trained on here, all of the details, everything that I just talked about and taking you through the Periscope training, I have it for you to download. The exact screen shares and information that I used, you have access to because you hung on this long. So I really appreciate the fact that you did that you hung on this long. And in just a second, another little button is going to pop up on this page, and you'll be able to download that. You'll be able to have immediate download of that. So again, I am so bummed that I can't see any comments and that this comment is not working. So I'm very sorry about that, and I'll have that fixed by the next webinar. If you want to learn about the next webinar, I'm going to be doing a live training on Facebook in 2 weeks. That'll be a live training with one of the other clients that I have and her, all of her students. So I will be taping that as I do it, but also if you want to have a training next on Instagram, which is the next thing I think people are asking me for, is Instagram. If you want to have a training on Instagram, I will have that next. Okay. So if you want that, you will get, just from this Periscope training, you will get the replay of this training. But if you want more trainings like Periscope or Facebook or any of those other things, then you need to sign up for the wait list. Either text BTT member to 44222 or hit that little yellow sign up now button, one of the two, and it'll take you directly to the sign up page for the BTT membership. And you can get first access to the next trainings that I do. I wish I could have any questions. I'm so bummed. Have you tried to do any comments? I don't know. So I'll have to get that fixed, obviously. But in the meantime, when you signed up for this, you got on the list for this Periscope. So you'll be able to do the replay and be able to see all of this information. So you didn't have to worry about taking notes. And you can always comment back and talk to me directly if you email mary@beautytechtools.com. Just email me directly, mary@beautytechtools.com. And I will get that, and I'll be able to chat with you and help you in any way I possibly can. Okay? So let's wrap this puppy up. I hope you had a great time. I hope you got everything that you needed when you signed up for this webinar. I hope you were trained exactly on how to use Periscope. And I hope you can see, like with Gary Vaynerchuk, like with Stephanie Lanes, like with Shannon O'Brien, the sugar mama of iSugar University, I hope you saw how you can use Periscope to communicate with your customers, because guess what? I used it to communicate with you. Follow me at Beauty Tech Tools and we can chat back and forth. I would love it. Okay? In the meantime, I cannot wait to have you help me put the beauty back in technology. Let's just do it and use these amazing tools to grow your practice and help people all over your area. Okay? I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'm sure we'll be connecting soon. Take care.